Hello and welcome ETC presenters. We are really excited to be having the conference powered by Edmodo this year and believe that by utilizing this tool during your presentations, you will make ETC a really cool experience for you and your session attendees. One of the great facets of Edmodo is being able to use it as a back channel. What's a back channel, you ask? Well, basically it's everything that's going on during your session that isn't coming directly from you. If you've been presenting long enough, you probably have used a back-channel tool like Today's Meet or even Padlet to help guide your presentation along and help tailor the session during and even after the conference is over. Edmodo is capable of doing this and even more. So first, you're going to want to make sure you have received your Edmodo group code from the ETC schedule website, which can be found at etc2014.schedule.org. If you've already joined your group, you're good to go. But if not, you're going to need to scroll down, find your session that you're presenting on, and under your session's description, you will find your Edmodo group code. Now this is always a 6-character code of either lowercase letters or numbers. And you're going to want to make sure you have that code ready to go so you can sign in and join your group. Now, if you haven't created an Edmodo account, you're going to want to go back to the first video created by Luke Hibbard, and he will guide you through creating an Edmodo account and therefore joining your group. Now, don't forget that 6-character code because that is what you will want to provide your attendees at the beginning of your presentation so they can start the back channel conversation from the moment that you say go. Now, you might want to set the stage a little for your back channel with a few starter questions that you can have posted in your group so your audience has something to start chiming in on. These could be anything from just welcoming your group, getting to know them if they've used your actual resource or what you're going to be presenting on before, or it could be, if they have used it and they're a little bit more of an advanced user, if you want them to share what they've used and how it's worked effectively for them. At any rate, you might want to prepare a few of these questions, post them in your Edmodo group the night before the conference, and therefore are ready and set to go for your group to start chiming in on. Now, another way you can keep the back channel moving is having a few links or resources prepared for your attendees to check out. You can do this one of two ways. If your resources are all web-based that you plan on sharing, you can easily share these sources in the post bubble and click the link at the bottom to share the links that you want your attendees to check out and comment on. For example, if I know my website is something I'm going to be referencing during my presentation, I'm going to attach it, have it ready for them to go, and tell them to go and check it out at that moment. So I can type in, make sure you check out ift.com because it will blow your mind. I'm going to send that, and again, I have that resource ready to go. Once I reference it during my presentation, my attendees can click on it, and it's good to go for them right then and there. Now, however, if you plan on continuing to use Edmodo after your presentation is over, you might want to create a folder in your Edmodo group and add your resources there for your members to access whenever they want to refer back to your presentation. In order for you to do this, you're going to have co-teacher privileges for your group and therefore need to email Luke Hibbard at lhibbard.ctap6.k12.ca.us and request those co-teacher options given to you. Once you are a co-teacher of your group, you'll be able to add whatever resources you plan to share to your Edmodo library. Now, what is the library? The Edmodo library is located at the top left and is the icon that looks like a book. From here, you notice that I've actually added already a ton of resources to my library as it is, but the awesome thing about the Edmodo library is that it is unlimited. There is no restrictions as far as how much you can store in there or not. The only constituent is that your files that you upload into it may not exceed 100 megabits at a time. The reason why you're going to want to add some resources to your Edmodo library is that this is where you're going to create a folder for your group for your ET presentation. Now I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it ETC 2014 Presentation Resources. I'm going to create it. And once it's been created, I can click on it and add anything from my library that I want to have ready for my attendees to check out. From here, I want to add my folder to my actual group that my attendees are going to be going to. So I'm going to click on Folder Options. I'm going to click on Edmodo, Learn Anywhere with Social Media. And once that box is checked, I'll go back to my Edmodo group, click on the folders, and you'll see that my folder is there, it is shared, and it is ready to go with whatever resources I have put in there for my session attendees to view. All right, so that is a great way to use the folders option during your back channel as you reference them during your presentation. Finally, I want you to encourage your attendees to continue the conversation after ETC is complete. Your Edmodo group will always be open and accessible to whoever has joined the group, so feel free to check back and see if your audience has more insights or questions they want to share with you as they investigate what you have presented on, because I know it's going to be amazing. So that is how to use Edmodo as a back channel during this year's conference. Good luck and have an EduAwesome ETC experience.